Namaste everyone. Welcome to fifth lecture of acids, bases and salts. This is Rajesh. In this lecture we are going to see few more salts. Washing soda. Washing soda is sodium carbonate containing 10 molecules of water of crystallization. That is, washing soda is sodium carbonate decahydrate. Decahydrate, that means 10 volume of water. The formula of washing soda is Na2CO3.10H2O. Sodium carbonate which does not contain any water of crystallization is called anhydrous sodium carbonate. Na2CO3, that's it. So when this 10H2O, that is 10 molecules of water, is removed from this sodium carbonate decahydrate, we get anhydrous sodium carbonate. Anhydrous sodium carbonate, that is dry sodium carbonate. Now this anhydrous sodium carbonate is commonly known as soda ash. Washing soda is an important chemical obtained from sodium chloride or common salt. Now let us see how we produce washing soda. Production of washing soda. Washing soda is produced from sodium chloride in following three steps. First, a cold and concentrated solution of sodium chloride is reacted with ammonia and carbon dioxide to obtain sodium hydrogen carbonate. So you can see in the reaction, NaCl, common salt, it reacts with ammonia, water and carbon dioxide, and we get sodium hydrogen carbonate and ammonium chloride. Sodium hydrogen carbonate formed is only slightly soluble in water, so it precipitates out as a solid. Now the sodium hydrogen carbonate is separated by filtration, dried and heated. On heating, sodium hydrogen carbonate decomposes to form sodium carbonate. So again see the reaction. Sodium hydrogen carbonate, when we heat it, it decomposes to sodium carbonate, plus we get carbon dioxide and water. The anhydrous sodium carbonate obtained here is called soda ash. This anhydrous sodium carbonate is dissolved in water and recrystallized to get washing soda crystals containing 10 molecules of water of crystallization. So you can see in the third step, this anhydrous sodium carbonate, it is reacted with 10 molecules of water and we get sodium carbonate decahydrate, that is washing soda. Now let us see properties of washing soda. Washing soda is transparent crystalline solid. Washing soda is one of few metal carbonates which are soluble in water. The solution of washing soda in water is alkaline, which turns red litmus to blue. It has cleansing property, or we can say detergent property. Washing soda has detergent property because it can remove dirt and grease from dirty clothes. Washing soda attacks dirt and grease to form a water soluble product which are then washed away on rinsing with water. Now let us see uses of washing soda. Washing soda or sodium carbonate is used as cleansing agent for a domestic purpose like washing clothes. In fact, sodium carbonate is component of many dry soaps and powders. Sodium carbonate is used for removing permanent hardness of water. Sodium carbonate is used in the manufacturing of glass, soap and paper, and sodium carbonate is used in the manufacture of sodium compounds such as borax. Now let us see the next compound, plaster of Paris. Plaster of Paris is calcium sulfate hemihydrate. Hemihydrate means half a molecule of water. The formula for plaster of Paris is CaSO4.12H2O. The name plaster of Paris came from the fact that it was first of all made by heating gypsum, which was mainly found in Paris. Initially, plaster of Paris was used in massive way in construction industry, but now we use them in many other ways. Plaster of Paris is also known as POP. Now let us see how we prepare the plaster of Paris. Plaster of Paris is prepared from gypsum. Gypsum is calcium sulfate dihydrate, that is CaSO4.2H2O. That is, gypsum is a calcium sulfate containing 2 molecules of water of crystallization. Plaster of Paris is prepared by heating gypsum to a temperature of about 100 degrees Celsius in a kiln. When gypsum is heated to a temperature of about 100 degrees Celsius, it loses 3/4 of its water of crystallization and form plaster of Paris. In the preparation of plaster of Paris, heating of gypsum should be controlled carefully. The temperature during the heating of gypsum should not be allowed to go above 100 degrees Celsius. This is because if the gypsum is heated above 100 degrees Celsius, then all its water of crystallization is eliminated and anhydrous calcium sulfate called dead burned plaster is formed. The anhydrous calcium sulfate does not set like plaster of Paris on adding water. If you see the formula of plaster of Paris, it is CaSO4.12H2O. Here we have used half molecule of water, but practically it is not possible to add half molecule of water. In fact, what happens, 2 molecules of CaSO4 combine with 1 molecule of water, so we show it as 1 molecule of CaSO4 combined with half molecule of water. So if you write this formula as 2CaSO4.H2O, then also it is correct. Now let us see some properties of plaster of Paris. Plaster of Paris is a white powder. Plaster of Paris has a very remarkable property of setting into hard mass on wetting with water. So when water is added to plaster of Paris, it sets into a hard mass in about half an hour. The setting of plaster of Paris is due to its hydration to form crystals of gypsum which set to form a hard solid mass. So CaSO4.12H2O, that is plaster of Paris, when we add water or when it reacts with moisture, it forms CaSO4.2H2O. This gypsum formed is hard in nature. So plaster of Paris should be stored in moisture proof container, because if moisture is present, then it reacts with plaster of Paris and bring about its hydration. This will make the plaster of Paris useless after some time. Now let us see some uses of plaster of Paris. Plaster of Paris is used in hospitals for setting fractured bones in the right position to ensure correct healing. It keeps the fractured bone straight. This use is based on the fact that when the plaster of Paris is mixed with proper quantity of water and applied around the fractured limbs, it sets into a hard mass. In this way, it keeps the bone joints in a fixed position. Plaster of Paris is used in making toys, decorative materials, cheap ornaments, cosmetics, blackboard, chalks, and cast for statues. Plaster of Paris is also used as fireproofing materials. Plaster of Paris is used in chemical laboratories for sealing air gaps in the apparatus where airtight arrangement is required. Plaster of Paris is used for making surfaces smooth before painting them and for making ornamental designs on the ceiling of houses and other buildings. Now let us discuss a topic called water of crystallization. It is the fixed number of water molecule present in one formula unit of salt. The salts which contain water of crystallizations are called hydrated salts. Every hydrated salt has a fixed number of molecules of water of crystallization in its one formula unit. For example, copper sulfate crystals contain 5 molecules of water of crystallization in one formula unit and hence written as CuSO4.5H2O. It is also called as copper sulfate pentahydrate because of 5 molecules of water. Second example is sodium carbonate crystals. It contains 10 molecules of water of crystallization per formula unit and hence written as Na2CO3.10H2O. This is called sodium carbonate decahydrate for 10 molecules of water. Third example is calcium sulfate crystals. It contains 2 molecules of water of crystallization in one formula unit and hence written as CaSO4.2H2O. It is called calcium sulfate dihydrate. Dihydrate means 2 molecules of water. And fourth is iron sulfate crystals. It contains 7 molecules of water of crystallization per formula unit and hence written as FeSO4.7H2O. It is called iron sulfate heptahydrate. Heptahydrate means 7 molecules of water. We should note that water of crystallization is a part of crystal structure of salt. Since water of crystallization is not free water, it does not wet the salt. Thus the salt containing water of crystallization appear to be perfectly dry. The water of crystallization gives the crystal of salt their shapes and in some cases impart them color. For example, the presence of water of crystallization in copper sulfate crystals impart them a blue color. Thus CuSO4.5H2O is blue in color. Similarly, the presence of water of crystallization in iron sulfate crystals impart then green color. You can see this in the figure. So FeSO4.7H2O is green in color. Sodium carbonate crystals and calcium sulfate crystals are however white in color. Now let us discuss action of heat on hydrated salts. When hydrated salts are heated strongly, they lose their water of crystallization. The salt which have lost their water of crystallization are called anhydrous salt. Thus the anhydrous salts have no water of crystallization. When water is added to an anhydrous salt, it again becomes hydrated once again and regains its color. This will become clear from the following example. Copper sulfate crystals are blue in color. When copper sulfate crystals are heated, they lose all the water of crystallization and form anhydrous copper sulfate, which is white in color. Thus on strong heating, blue copper sulfate crystals turn white. The dehydration of copper sulfate crystal is reverse process. So when the water is added to anhydrous copper sulfate, it gets hydrated and turn blue due to the formation of hydrated copper sulfate. So CuSO4, when we add water, it again become blue in color. Thus anhydrous copper sulfate turn blue on adding water. Now this property of anhydrous copper sulfate is used to detect the presence of moisture in a liquid. A few drops of liquid to be tested are added to white anhydrous copper sulfate. The appearance of blue color in anhydrous copper sulfate indicates the presence of moisture or water in the liquid. So if I summarize, in this lecture we have discussed about washing soda, how they produce, their properties and their uses, and similarly we have discussed about plaster of Paris, how they are prepared, their properties and uses, and finally we have discussed about water of crystallization. Thank you.